it's worth every cent. That stress of not having to worry about it, that someone's managing your property with your best interest at heart, has just been fantastic for us. We wanted to, expand our income while we are young enough to get into the property market, and have the long-term benefits of that. We've got 2 little boys who we are mindful of are probably going to have to spend a lot of money to buy their first home. So we were wanting to set ourselves up to be able to have something that we could either pass on to them, or specifically in our situation, we were wanting a property that we had a big block of land and that we could pop a granny flat or small house on the back. And that's kind of what we found. You hear a lot of stories, and we were quite nervous about whether to privately do it ourselves or go through an agent. You hear that sometimes it's just money making, and we just weren't really sure what we wanted to do. Hidden fees was a big fear of ours, and what it was going to cost. You think you're going to get a certain amount per week in rent, but how much of that is being taken away to cover fees? And another big fear of ours was what type of tenant we'd have in there, and if we would get any say in who was going to be in our property, So yeah, that was a big one. Being very new to renting and owning a property, we were looking for someone with good communication. For us it was quite basic, someone that would return phone calls, reply to emails, etc. And that just had our best interest at heart as well. And we were nervous too, this is our first time ever. So we actually did choose a property manager that was local to where we lived, not local to where our new property was. And we thought that was a good idea. We knew them, we'd seen them around. Unfortunately, they didn't have the level of communication that we were expecting. But in saying that, we didn't know any different at the time. So it wasn't until I reached out to Harcourts Mandurah over a couple of phone calls, we decided that, we actually want to switch to Harcourts Mandurah. And that's exactly what we did. The level of communication was second to none, and just met our expectations instantly. And we felt that instant connection that we made the right decision. So it's definitely worth touching base. And we actually just got in touch with Amy, and the support from the start was incredible. And I was talking to my husband, and the support that we got without even having to pay a cent or sign up was just incredible. Jamie supported us over the phone, explained everything in detail, and then we hadn't even signed up yet, and we got all of the information, and really just instant communication on how we can proceed with our property being rented out. And that's literally what happened. And we had home open scheduled for that weekend coming, and we had a tenant in the following week. It was so fast, so well communicated, and so just so clearly done so well. Clear communication from the start was the biggest win for us. Emails replied to within a few hours a day. The reasonable fees was a big one for us. It wasn't for what we're paying. I feel like we get an incredible service back. The local area knowledge was another really big one for us. Not just the tenant availability, that we had so fast, but the trades as well. So I feel like our tenant has been able to flag a problem, and then it's sorted within a day, because you've got that local connections with trades and businesses to fix the issue, which we wouldn't have had if we property managed privately, So that's been really a big win for us. I feel like we are led by an incredible team at Harcourts Mandurah. We just feel so much more confident knowing what to expect. One of the biggest things I think we've taken away is that myth of a rental agent is not there just to make money from you. We've really seen that with our experience here, it's worth every cent. That stress of not having to worry about it, that someone's managing your property with your best interest at heart, has just been fantastic for us. Jamie at the start was incredible. The phone call support that I had from the moment I made that initial call to even query about having our property managed by Harcourts Mandurah was just fantastic. I could not recommend Harcourts Mandurah enough. We have had an incredible experience. The communication is second to none. The local knowledge of the local area is just incredible.